Hello everyone, welcome back to a quick video. Today just reacting to some of Vaush's worst takes over the last 5 years. Call it a greatest hits compilation, but we're basically going to get right into it because I just wanted to make fun of this motherfucker.
Is this guy seriously saying that I can't get laid? Incredible, I'll give you 5,000.
Also, excuse the poor quality. Whoever saved this video obviously was doing it on a potato.
Before January 1st? Do you have any idea who the fuck you're talking to? When I got off Tinder because of the fucking quarantine, Tacoma wept. Even like ignoring the fact that I have a girlfriend, even if we're just talking like randos, I'm 2 hours away right now from being inside somebody else. This is one. I have two skills, and it's non-monogamy and speaking publicly. Okay.
Okay, so somebody said Vaush should get no pussy, and he's like, oh, no. If I got off of Tinder, people would cry. I'm only 2 hours away from getting into those sugary walls. Bro, why? Why are you so insecure about it, bro? Calm down, jeez.
Oh god, fuck you guys.
Also, people are all, lining up on Tinder to fuck Vaush, really, nigga? And also, I'm assuming that he doesn't put in that he's a YouTuber making 6 figures, right, on his Tinder, right? Because otherwise, what's attractive about Vaush? Okay, come on.
Just so you know, hey, speaking of reading theory, just so you fucking know, just so you realize, when Marx and following theorists wrote on capitalism, they were not writing capitalism and liberalism are worst things to ever happen to humanity. They are greatest oppressor of workers. No. Marxism is supposed to be an extension of liberalism, not a rejection of it. A true promotion of unity, fraternity, and freedom, and liberty and shit. That's what Marxism, that's what leftism is about. It's about bringing the messaging of the liberal movement forward to make it better, to make it stronger, to make it true to its principles.
What a dumbass. This guy just said that communism is just an extension of liberalism, which in a McCarthyist sense, I understand, right? That, liberalism devolves into socialism, devolves into communism, sure. But logically speaking and theoretically speaking, Marx hated the liberals. What are you talking about? They saw that the liberal interpretation of economics was more so a perversion of what people ought to have been worth. That the worth of people was done in a way that was unethical, that they were not valuing the intangibles of work and toiling, and that the condition of the worker was not adequate. And what this guy says is that no, they supported liberals. It's just that they were just making it better. Like, what? No, that's naive as hell. That's naive as hell.
When I'm alone with my girlfriend at night, when we're like high or whatever, I occasionally say the N-word. I say it with a hard R. Do I look like a fucking bitch to you? Do you think I would puss out on a joke that could be funnier if I went the full mile? Of course not. Well, everyone who's saying yikes in the...
This guy is saying that he says the N-word with the hard R with his so-called girlfriend when he's high. First of all, degenerate. Second of all, beyond that, again, saying the N-word, I'm completely fine with. We all do it, but I'm just saying this guy is trying to cancel Destiny. Stephen Bonnell, the Twitch streamer, former, honestly, for saying the N-word and for being okay with it. But this guy just said he did. No, he might say, I changed my mind, but again, I don't value you changing your mind. As a 25-year-old man, you should know what to believe at that point. So if you're going to be streaming on Twitch or whatever, you better have your opinions in a row. If you're spending God knows how many hours talking about the same topics, politically wise, so no excuses. The guy's like closer to a decade older than me than not, so I don't empathize at all.
When I ironically think that me just saying the N-word alone with my girlfriend in a non-racist context is like yikes, you're problematic, then you believe in witchcraft. You believe that the N-word is a magical spell that you cast with your mouth that makes the world worse somehow. It's a very stupid take. A little baby space, and we can have a broader left space, but we can also have a much broader left space that is interested in healing people from all across the spectrum. So people over here might occasionally say retard or whatever. Okay, I'll take people saying retard and supporting class emancipation, and I will take them saying retard and not supporting class emancipation. Hey, listen, over here, hey, if you're a white dude, listen over here, this is the circle for white dudes who really love saying nigga. They love saying, no, I'm nigga. Okay, this is where they are, okay? I would rather have them be here.
You realize they were N-words in the SS,
Dude,
right?
you can just say niggers.
Whew. Wow, oh, mate.
I'm kind of surprised that he would actually say that, but again, he does all this before he's so-called famous on YouTube, yet again condescends and tries to cancel people nowadays. And instead of him apologizing for saying the N-word, I would just want him to stop attacking people that say the N-word. Okay, he needs to be consistent.
I broke his brain. Hey, man. Vaush is about to defend saying the N-word. I have defended saying the N-word before. I said it on the kill stream. I posted a comment in the section defending it. I stand by my use of the N-word in that respect.
Just look at this guy. He's so unlikable. I want him to be thrown into a fucking pit of lava, dude. Oh, look at him. Look. Just I don't even know how to articulate how much I hate this nigga just by looking at him. But just look. That's him. That's literally the sound that emanates from him. He's fucking disgusting. Just imagine what the smell is over there. What his hair smells like. Imagine what the room smells like. Fucking smegma and shit. I don't know. It's gross.
Okay, so if you were to, there's pedophiles, right, who buy child pornography.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say they should not be held responsible for doing that?
Yes.
Really? Even though they're directly supporting child rape?
Yeah, I think it's hypocritical. Because I bought my computer and the silicon in it was farmed in Africa by slaves. If I can do that and that's legal and no one's gonna call me out my shit, then yeah, I have to be consistent in that respect.
Okay, look, I think there's levels to this.
So he just said that he's okay with the consumption of already produced cheese pizza, which child porn, because He thinks that it's okay because I'm trying to think about this. So he thinks it's okay given the fact that he believes that the silicone used to build his computer that he's using now, in a productive sense, was harvested in a immoral way through slavery of children, and therefore that must mean that consuming the child porn is the same morally, and that if you were to be logically consistent, that both are okay. What? So break it down even further, right? You might think, well, in an autistic way, that makes sense. But no, not even then. Because if you were to break down the analogy even further, let's think about it. First of all, how does Vaush know that these black little slave children are being used to mine out silicone in Africa? Sure, some of that happens, but is it all? No. So how does he know for sure? But what I do know for sure is that every time that there is child stuff filmed, that there's a kid being abused, of course, no shit, right? In most cases, you can say that. So I can be more confident in that there's something unethical happening in the perverted sense than there is in the mining kids in Africa stuff. And not only that, but implicit in the silicon being made in Africa, at least that's not American kids being victimized, whereas in America, the stuff that you tend to watch, I assume, has to be American, right? So, or at least most of it, I think. So at that point, what is Vaush thinking? And again, there's nothing immoral about a computer, okay? So if you need a computer, but it's made in an immoral sense, you still need the computer, right? Like for homework or anything. Obviously not him anymore. He does this bullshit streaming thing, but he needs the computer in general for his lifestyle. Whereas, do pedos need the cheese pizza? Do they need that? Like, if like in a sixth sense, sure, if you think they're born that way and all that, and that it's moral, like Vaush does, but I don't think so. So again, his analogy doesn't even make sense when you break it down, because not only is he like grossly immoral and reprehensible on that level, but he's not even intelligent about it. Because if he were as smart, he would realize, okay, well, actually, if I think about it, and it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It's not consistent.
I wouldn't equate buying a computer to buying child pornography.
Let's see what he says on Discord. Okay, whatever. Some trans stuff. I don't care about trannies. Let's go ahead and go over that. Also, just look at the people that are in his DMs, like these weird, like gay-looking people. These like furries,
the left
bro.
community
Fucking
online,
disgusting
particularly
perverts.
the LGBT community, is cancerous as fuck. If you're not an idiot, you will agree with me on this. If you have any fucking experience with online like LGBT or leftist discourse, you know it's cancerous as fuck. You understand this. People are hyper fragile. There's a ton of mental illness, and you can't convert these people. They're not reasonable. They have to be excised from the left. And it's because it's coming from dumb fucks who are gay. What, this person says they're gay as hell? Because it's coming from the gays. It's woke now. These people are less than human to me. I have no respect for them. These people are fucking disgusting. You don't need to be a psychologist to see that a large portion of the broader fucking like woke card, cancel culture, info left is predicated on shared mental illness. This is particularly prominent in the trans community. If you disagree with me on this, you're wrong. I know it sounds yikesy. It happens anyway. Pretty much every time I deal with dipshits from the left that's trans girls, I notice there's a vastly disproportionate amount of dumb fuck lefty takes in my feed coming from trans people. I don't know. Most of the time when a wildly fucking irrational lefty comes in to make bad faith arguments against me, it's a trans person. That is a fact. If all of these dumb fucks recognize that I despise them and think they're every bit as detrimental to the left as Nazis are, I'm doing good. I want these people to know that they're my enemy. I fucking hate them. I really do.
But they're
despise
not your
them.
enemy.
Oh, no.
Okay, so this is
No.
actually
Yes,
a good
they are.
Vaush
They hurt
take,
me,
and
they hurt you.
I guess we
Because
can
every
leave
time
the
some
video
dumb
with a
fuck
good
trans girl
impression in
who's
that
acting
he
out mental illness,
hates
whining, calling
some of the
people
gays.
trans
Okay,
folks,
cool.
they're hurting the left.
Okay,
No, these
you
people are
don't
ill.
have to
These
say
people are
you don't have to
cancer. They're
say
subhuman. I don't
trans
care.
question. You don't have to do that kind of shit. That doesn't help.
Yeah, I'm edgy. I don't give a fuck.
It's not just you know that's not just being edgy.
Damn
Making
right,
a
yeah,
reference
edgy
to
as shit.
making a reference to the Jewish question about how like there's like a trans conspiracy or whatever. Like that's not just being edgy. That's like literally calling for the death of trans.
Still don't care. I still think that like zoophile porn, like drawn stuff, it should be 100% legal. In fact,
Oh my god, okay. Yeah, God forbid that Vaush is, cool for like more than 2 minutes at a time. The guy has another clip just right up of him being cringe. Okay, let's rewind this a little bit, okay?
still don't care. I still think that like zoophile porn, like drawn stuff, it should be 100% legal. In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal.
So he just said that he's okay with people drawing animal pornography, like bestiality stuff. And again, you can only justify this through a secular point of view. And again, I'm a Christian, and most people are. So again, very fringe take. And even if you are secular, so okay, it's morally okay. So what? Morally okay has been watered down over the years. Like, is it morally okay pick your boogers, collect them in a jar, and then like use a fucking butter knife to put them on toast and eat it. Like, you're not hurting anyone, but it's gross. It's gross. Like, you need to stop. So are you hurting anyone by drawing pictures of animals in suggestive positions and all that? No, but it's fucking gross and you should stop. And if I know that you're doing that, I'm not going to be friends with you. I mean, that's that obvious. So it's the same thing here. Like in a religious sense, obviously you shouldn't be drawing that shit. And even if you are an atheist, like Vaush or whatever, like, still, come on. Ugh, gross.
Actual child pornography. How's that?
Okay, wait, hold on. Play this.
Illegal. In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal. Actual child pornography.
Again, he rationalizes this not only because he's a pervert and, maybe he's one of those minor attracted people as well. Like, I don't want to use the pedo a lot, but point is that, the guy, like, I mean, only people that are perennially on the internet, always on the internet, come up with these bullshit ass creative, miraculous acrobatic feats of cope, of coming up with these really weird rationalizations for the most crazy thing, because obviously they're bored with normal stuff and they just want to rationalize why pedophilic communists are better than people like Kyle Rittenhouse, okay? But only people like Vaush can figure this shit out in a way that makes sense to all these stupid ass trannies in his community, okay? I mean, just look at the people that agree with Vaush, furries, gays, and all these people. Gross. And when you're looking at the logic of Vaush, it doesn't even make sense. Like, sure, if I were an 80 IQ person, I'd be like, okay, well, I guess, he's pretty articulate. I guess I believe him. No. From the point of view of somebody who knows nothing about politics, what he's saying is disgusting. And from the point of view of somebody who's actually smart, I would also say that it doesn't even make sense. His analogy about the computer and all that it doesn't even make sense when you think about it.
How's that?
Okay. Let's see what he said 4 years ago. The way I see it, the age of consent exists out of respect for the numerous power imbalances older people have over younger people. As those imbalances, or at least some of them, are redressed through the advent of socialism, the age of consent should be substantially lowered. It says if you get rid of should therefore be lowered. So this is Vaush as a I don't know how old he was, maybe 23, 24-year-old man over here, saying that the age of consent is mainly there because of power imbalance, and that a lot of these imbalances are fixed with socialism. So according to him, if there's socialism, the age of consent should be lowered. He never says how much, but I assume like a noticeable amount. So this guy, this guy is okay with, for example, the socialism in, let's say, what place is socialist? Cuba? Let's say Cuba. So he thinks the age of consent in Cuba should be, let's say, under 15. Why do I say under 15? The age of consent could very well be, 16, 17 in a lot of places. So he's probably thinking from that point of view, not 18. And then he wants it lowered from there. And obviously to say you want it lowered means probably more than a year, given the fact that you wouldn't bring it up if it was that small of a difference. Therefore, he'd probably want the age of consent below like 14 or 13. In which case, again, utterly disgusting, morally undefensible. Like, this guy needs to be thrown, like, you know how that, in the Lord of the Rings, I believe the Hobbit or whatever ugly, like, little dwarf thing, dives for the ring and he burns. Like, that has to be Vaush. That has to be Vaush. Like, imagine you have like a disc of cheese pizza and you're like, hey, Vaush, look at this. Look, it's morally ethical, bro. And then you throw it into the fucking, the top of a volcano and he's like, my precious. And he fucking burns to death. And we're all laughing it up. Destiny. Everybody to the right of Karl Marx is just enjoying it. Just laughing it off. Because this guy is fucking evil. But beyond this, like I said, I mean, again, what is the argument? And I just want you guys to notice, it takes people on the internet to be autistic to the point where they have all these abstract opinions and theoreticals in their head that makes it so that they believe that that consent is basically a power differential and it's not because of your age, which is stupid, right? So like Vaush theoretically would say that a 30-year-old hobo is not taking advantage of like a 10-year-old girl who's like the kid of a billionaire, because he's a socialist and he's a pervert and he's weird. Okay, that's his logic. I don't think so. I think that's stupid. Okay, I think that the whole like power imbalance, that's not the point. The point is the age, right? And he doesn't get it. Am I accusing him of being one of those people? I wouldn't be surprised if he is, but I'm not sure. Okay, look, and he's making a very good case for why he is, but look, the point being that I think that Vaush is a deviant. He's a deviant, that's for sure. I'll go I'll go out on a limb and I'll say that Vaush is a deviant. From the Christian point of view, he's a deviant, he's a scoundrel, he's a pervert, and I would not allow him around any kids if it were up to me. And this guy is gross. He's gross. Put him in Arkham Asylum, bro. The guy's fucking disgusting. Okay? Lock him up. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching, and comment down below if you think that this is a good video topic, and I'll see you later.